Good evening, welcome to the press conference for Emma Raducanu. Please raise your hand and state your organisation and name if you would like to ask a question. We will just start with a question. Emma, just tell us how you're feeling right now after the match.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's tough to lose any match, but I think that Caroline played a great match. I mean, she is a great player, and I struggled to find a way through her today. But it's okay because coming into this, I didn't really have many expectations of myself, and playing on centre court again was a really positive experience for me. So yeah, I can take it going forwards.
How much was the wind a factor in this match today? It seemed very breezy sitting on the court.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was windier today, and you could feel it a lot from one end. So on one end, I felt like I was struggling to get my length and any sort of ball speed, and then on the other, it just like pulls forwards, so it's like you're reaching for every ball. But yeah, it's the same for both players, so it's not like, you know, I was the only one out there struggling with the wind.
Hector Nuns for the Sportsman. Emma, Harriet Donald was just in here earlier and was sort of saying some of the British players in their early 20s perhaps get a bit of spotlight on them at Wimbledon, but they can make their way in the tennis world a bit sort of steadier. You've had this incredible spotlight and pressure on you because of your great achievement last year. How much of a challenge is that?
I think I've been asked this question in every press conference, but I am 19 years old, and yes, I have had attention, but I'm a slam champion, so no one's going to take that away from me. And yeah, if anything, the pressure's on that who haven't done that.
Emma, Eleanor Cruikshank, Press Association. In your match against Caroline in Indian Wells, you often were the one dictating, whereas today it felt like Caroline was managing to dictate a lot more. What was the difference, you think, today?
Well, I think it was first strike tennis, and she served really well today. I didn't really have any looks, I felt, at many second serves, and even when I did, there were tricky ones, you know, with the wind holding them up. I think that serving wise, like, my ball speed was just lower in general, so I don't know, maybe it was the conditions, but yeah, I just didn't have enough ball speed for today.
Telegraph. I mean, is there still some physical after effects of that side strain that might have played a role in that?
I didn't feel anything out there. I, declared myself fully fit when I walked out onto the court on the first day, but I've played 7 hours of tennis in a month. So to even compete with these girls at this level and win a round is, I think, a pretty good achievement.
Mike Dixon, the Mail, Emma. You're obviously learning all the time, but I'm just wondering, from sort of like the last 6 weeks, the French coming through to here, what kind of lessons you've learned and what your priorities are going to be going forward in terms of improving yourself and everything around you.
I think that since the French Open, the biggest thing has been my time on court has been extremely minimal. I mean, I really did not train very much, and that's due to different sort of niggles and things that have been lingering around. So that's obviously something I'm going to be focusing on, like still physical, getting my body ready, and just play tennis basically.
Matt Dunn, Daily Express. Next time you step onto a Grand Slam court, it's going to be as this defending champion. How much has this sort of week and the grass court build up with all that home pressure helped you for that moment in a couple of months' time?
There's no pressure. Like, why is there any pressure? I'm still 19. Like, it's a joke. I literally won a slam. But yeah, going back to New York, it's going to be cool because I have got a lot of experiences playing, on big courts, playing with people in the stadium, playing with the spotlight on you, and I don't mind that. I mean, for me, everything is learning, and I'm embracing every single moment that is thrown at me.
Ellen? Okay, Emma, what do you do now? Do you take a break, and how much are you going to look to play building up to the US Open? Because it did seem a sort of key factor last year that you'd played an awful lot of matches going into New York.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I haven't thought about my schedule, to be honest. I just came off, but that's something I'll talk to my team about.
Hermione?
I'm Tamani Carriel from The Guardian. You mentioned the other day that players are kind of playing you, for a second time and knowing your game. Just wondering how do you counter that, and will that make you a better player? Them kind of understanding, I guess, your weaknesses and you kind of having to respond in a way.
Yeah, of course it will make me a better player because, they're just highlighting all my weaknesses, and then, when you do it on a big court like that, it's definitely magnified, and, it's just great for me to get all these lessons at such a young age, so that when I'm in my mid-20s, then I'll have those issues or little glitches in my game sorted.
James?
James Gray, iNews. Emma, I noticed in warm-up that you didn't go to the net. I might have missed it, but I thought that you didn't go up and hit any volleys or any overheads. I wondered if there was a specific reason you did that, or whether it's something that you maybe do more often. I'm not sure.
I think that it depends, really. I kind of don't really care what I do in my warm-up. I think that I wasn't really planning to S&V much today, so I didn't really put much emphasis on that. And the first few balls, it was really windy, and I just wanted to get a bit more of a feel from the back.
Ben?
I've been Rothenberg, Graphic Magazine. I saw your next tournament entered in is Washington. I'm just curious how you picked that one, and just sort of what you're looking forward to about being back on hard courts.
Yeah, I want to start my preparations on the hard courts, and I think that Washington would be a great place to do that. Last year I played a lot of matches leading up, and I just wanted to give myself a chance, really.
I suppose you're not the surprise package anymore, are you? Because people know who you are. How are you going to deal with that going forward as you develop as a tennis player?
I'll just get better. I'll just look at what's not working, what my weaknesses are, improve them, and it's good for me. Although these lessons are coming every single week, it's just a reminder. Like, you got to do this, and that, and it comes from different players, so it just highlights it. And for me, it's just something to improve on.
Just wonder, we've had some British success apart from yourself today. Have you got a message for the players who are still in the competition with regards to how you got on last September, that perhaps anything's possible for them?
I think that the Brits have been doing extremely well, especially in the last few weeks on the grass, and they've kind of carried that through Wimbledon, and everyone's been doing really well and inspiring each other. So I think that's a great thing for British tennis in general, and I wish them all the luck for this tournament, and we'll definitely be supporting them.
Do you have a question here, or no? Okay. Emma, did you want to take one more?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so we'll just go.
Lily from Shanghai Sports Radio.
I might see how I answer.
Okay.
I will ask in Chinese, is that okay?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll test it out.
自从你去年拿到美网冠军之后，有更多的关注度，你是如何去应对这样子的压力？然后第二个是你怎么样去评价自己今天的一个比赛的表现？最后是对中国的喜欢你的朋友送上几句话。
你说的太多了吧？
那就能记出。
我觉得我没有压力，因为我19岁了，就我已经赢了那个大美网，然后在这里打，就我在家里就我玩的特别开心，像一个小孩，就没有压力吧。
对中国的朋友有没有几句话？
有，谢谢你，我想回去，但是现在不可能，就是点隔离，但是谢谢，然后马上就见你。
Thank you very much.
How was it?
wouldn't.
You guys understand that?
Sounded pretty good to me.